go! Are we here, ladies and gentlemen? There we are. I was getting a blank screen. We've been having all kinds of YouTube fun this evening, and now we're getting ready to have some real fun. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Season 1, Episode 2 of the Suggestion Box. I said, the Suggestion Box. There it is. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight. We're here to have some fun, some improv comedy, good times here on the YouTubes. If you are at home, please go ahead and open up those chat streams. We're going to be coming to you for suggestions all night long for the improv games, of course, just like any regular improv show you might attend in regular times. Sans pandemic, sans end of the world, lightning on fire. Oh gosh, our hearts and prayers and thoughts go out to everyone affected by the fires this evening. But while we are in this virtual theater, if you will, let's just go ahead and put all of our outside worries away and just have fun for an hour as the Vaudacity improv players bring you some good old-fashioned improv comedy. We are so grateful to be here. A second episode. Last week you guys showed up and we just had the best time. And why not share that great time? Right now, at the start of the show, go ahead and share the YouTube link on any social media. Text your friends, call your mom. You should always call your mom anyway. But let everybody know that the show is starting and to hop onto the YouTube at VaudacityNetwork.com as we play these improv games and just lose ourselves in the world of make-believe and fun and family here tonight. All right, so without any further ado, I want to invite our cast in here for our first warm-up game, World's Worst. Go ahead and turn those cameras and microphones on. Join me in this theater, if you will, on this stage. Now, the point of this game is we need some occupations from you guys in the YouTube chat right now. Think of any occupation, as weird as it might be, as common as it might be, and all of our players here in the cast tonight are going to think of the moments in which that occupation, the moments someone working that occupation might have, which shows that they are actually the world's worst at that occupation. First one I see on the screen is from Dari. It's Barista. It's the world's worst barista.
Oh, is that not what you meant by coffee?
We don't got you, Danny.
We can't hear you, Danny.
Danny's having technical issues. Can you believe it?
Light, no foam.
Well, you want it hotter? You want it hotter? I'm not really good at drawing pictures in the foam, so I just put my boobs in there.
Maybe you and I could see you latte.
Soy macchiato for Karen. We don't do Karens here.
Mike Hunt, your coffee, Mike Hunt. What? What do you mean, do I drink the product? I don't drink the product. I'm here to work. Why would I drink the product? I don't even touch the product. I don't even drink caffeine. What are you talking about?
It says it doesn't say hot coffee.
What exactly do you mean by foam?
Oh, tea. I misunderstood the first letter.
Did you want soy milk, coconut milk, oat milk, seed milk, apple peel milk, lamp bulb milk?
If you want, I could put 2 pumps and nutmeg in there. Just saying.
Ursula made this coffee. My voice is in the foam.
I don't think you're too young for a Widow coffee. Here, you want a Widow Black? There you go.
Dog walker, world's worst dog walker.
Oh, I suggest you let him hump away on your leg there, sir. That'll get him tired for the rest of the afternoon.
No, I don't pick them up. That's how I find my way back.
I'm using a new e-leash. Nobody else sees it except me.
Ordered the chicken salad. Ordered the tuna salad.
I'm just going to train your chihuahua to jump up into my hot pan that I use for Japanese and Chinese cook. Oh, dog Walker.
You know, me and Heather and Heavens, we don't believe in leashes.
Yeah, they're walking. They'll be back at some point.
No, I need these 4 cats. That's how I get the 4 dogs to run.
Oh,
I knew I saved my kids' baby carriages for something.
Oh, don't take him to that vet. Give him to me. I'll spay him.
I dropped out of seminary school, but I'm dyslexic, so now I'm a God walker.
You say fleas and ticks like that's a negative thing.
Oh, that's all right. I have my own leashes and collars.
Well, I want to see more of that. Train conductor.
Oh, man. All aboard for Shostakovich and other conductors with fancy names.
Good now?
Leaving in 1 minute, 30 seconds. Go, man, go, go. I love to watch them run.
Hello, welcome aboard the Hogwarts Express. Yeah, Dementors, we can't discriminate against them anymore, so they'll be walking all back and forth across the train.
And get on the train and go to the next stop. And it's, yes, and I don't hear the elbows!
Here at Amtrak, we're really, really glad everyone is here.
Guy who waves the checkered flag in a race.
Man, they seem close. Ow!
My carpal tunnel is flaring up today, so I'm just going to think about waving the flag.
I ain't afraid. I'll put the noose in his dressing room.
Car fumes! Asthma!
I forgot the flag, but I do have the checkers.
Last one. Gardener. World's worst gardener.
Hi, I'm Herb Gardner. This is my wife, Edith. You got anything to eat?
Yeah, don't worry about it. I use my own fertilizer.
Yeah, I'm new here, but they say this guy has been married 4 times.
Where do you want me to start?
You'll find my wife in the garden if you just dig a little deeper.
Yes, I'm here to landscape your shrub, Mrs. But no, so sorry. I'll go back outside. You stay in the tub.
No, come here.
Ugh. Oh, you Karen.
Oh, come on, Adam. Just take a bite of the darn apple. Just, come on. What's going to happen? What's the worst?
That is the original worst anything. Worst gardener for sure. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for our players here tonight. That was a great little warm-up. A little world's worst. And we are going to jump into our first game. Yeah, thank you. They need some coffee. They need a barista at home. They're a little late on the uptake here. But thank you guys for joining us, all 38 households that we are in right now. And we're going to play a little game called ABC. And Denny and Tom are going to play. Now, in this game, Denny and Tom, they're going to act out a scene, but each line of dialogue has to begin with the next letter in the alphabet till they've gone all through all 33 letters.
33 letters.
So we need a suggestion in the stream here on the YouTubes of just a letter. And how about a location or a relationship?
Yeah. A location.
Whatever you get. We'll take
A
it.
letter, location, relationship, a holiday, type of car.
Something, your favorite possession?
Oh, there you go. Could be a demon.
Woo.
Your favorite possession.
I was thinking a nice title for
Your
this.
position.
A nice title for this show might be the Suggestion Ox, or the Suggestion Locks. We should have.
We could
That
do 'em all.
suggestion rocks.
We could have a different one every week.
I don't know.
All right, the first letter.
Come on, 32 households. Come on, what do we got?
First letter is the letter Y, and the first suggestion was the tax advisor's office. The letter Y in a CPA office.
That's my favorite possession.
ABC.
You're back.
Zeus, is it all right if I call you Zeus, Mr. Fetterman? Is that all right?
All right, call me whatever you wish.
Believe me, I thought that I wouldn't see you again until next April. And I know that I have been a lot of trouble, what with my snake business and my cooking business and my divorce. There's been a lot going on this year. But I had to come and see you again, even though it's just May 15th.
Cobras are not a deduction. We've been over this before.
Deductions, yes, we have been over. Zeus, you know from my paperwork, I'm going through a very messy divorce.
Mm-hmm. Every time you come to see me, you're going through a messy something, Sylvia. I am not at all surprised that you're getting divorced. Who could stay married to you?
Well, frankly, it's funny that you should ask that because I realized, my most recent husband got me into the Cobra business. And the one before that, I met him exotic dancing. And I realized what I need is a stable man, boring almost. Somebody who is all about literal numbers and no flights of fancy, almost monotone. Someone who'll never leave me.
Good luck with all of that. I think you don't need a man at all, Sylvia. I think you need yourself.
How do you mean?
I mean, you're spinning out of control. Your taxes are a mess. Your love life is a mess. I've even looked at your website. Your website is a mess.
Jesus, my website? That was the one thing in my life that I thought was going right. I mean, wow, how am I supposed to love this? How am I supposed to love this?
Know something? I'm done with you. I try to do your taxes. I've tried to be a good advisor. And what has it gotten me?
Look, I noticed that Linda is not there anymore. She went off on maternity leave, right? Maybe I could get a job here. It's stable, and I could start to put my life back together, and you could give me advice every day, purely platonic and professional.
A mold. There's mold in the walls. I don't think it's not a good idea. We've
Never bothered me before. I've lived in mold my whole life, from the ages of 7 to 17.
October is going to be full of a lot of changes, Sylvia, and that includes a new phone number and address for me that I'm not going to give to you.
Perfectly clear. Well, I guess pinning my hopes on you was foolish.
Queer, that's what it was.
Right. Well, I will be finding another accountant.
Yes. Surely I can help you find somebody else.
Tell you what, why don't I take you out to dinner and we can talk about it over linguine. It reminds me of my snakes.
Umbrella drinks? Might there be umbrella drinks?
Very much so. And if I haven't changed your mind by the end of dinner, I will take my business elsewhere and let you find a brand new receptionist from the wilds of the internet.
Well, it's kind of hard to say no to that.
Yay!
X marks the spot. Just sign right here and everything will be legal.
We are beyond done.
That moment where you hit stop video, but you're actually muting yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Tom and Denny. X marks the spot for love. Speaking of love, we're going to play a familiar game that we know and love. in which we try to make some love connections. It's the dating game, and jumping in here to play this game, we've got Danny Roque, Denny Siegel, Jane Brucker, and Karen Baughn. Go ahead and jump on in here. Now, the premise of this game is Danny is an eligible bachelor. He's going on the dating show, and he's going to, yeah, he's...
We're fighting for this?
Can you imagine why
Help on the phone.
he might still be eligible? All right, so these 3 eligible ladies are going to have quirks, personality quirks, or celebrities that they are... set to portray in this game, and throughout the course of the game, Danny's going to try and find love and or figure out who they are or what their quirks are. So Danny, go ahead and unplug as I tell the players here who they're going to be.
Oh,
That's you. You are Danny. Can you? Okay. But
Paul,
how are we going to get him back?
I just realized I skipped X, right? I skipped X.
You totally did. I will message
they
Dan.
don't know you're there.
I'll message Danny and let him know we're back.
Okay, thank you, Dylan.
Sorry, Tom.
But Tom grabbed it for you, so it was great. It all came back around. Okay, so Danny Siegel playing the dating game. You are actually Barbie.
Ha! Okay.
Yeah. Jane Brucker,
I
you
don't have
are.
to guess. Do I on this? I guess so.
Oh, you do.
He's
Danny,
not,
can you hear?
he's being funny. He's right. This is Danny's humor. Okay. And then Jane is actually Danny's sister on the dating game, trying to date him. Yeah. And Karen is a kindergarten teacher. Whatever that means to you in this day and age. In this crazy world.
What? Oh.
Go ahead and bring Danny back in to the sounds of... Oh, I thought I had the dating game in here. To the sounds of our theme song. I'm sure Mr. Dylan White has guessed. There he is, the man of the hour. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Danny to the show.
I guess you could hear me, but I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, it was almost like it was planned. Danny is here to find some love, and hopefully we can help him in that regards. Danny, we've got 3 eligible bachelorettes lined up for you here. They're going to take your questions, and then hopefully we'll make a connection tonight. Danny, the floor is yours.
Well, hello, ladies. It's nice to have all of you show up today. One of you is already ahead, and I haven't even asked a question yet. But let me just say, it reminds me of my first question. Bachelorette number 1, can you tell me the experience you have milking a cow?
Oh, yes. I was on a farm for a time. I know because I was wearing denim overalls and a red and white gingham shirt knotted under the bosoms. And I had a cow, and she was not anatomically correct. So every time I tried to milk her, I would just slide my hand under her smooth plastic underside. But fortunately, there was a handsome man who had working parts on his animals, and he was able to help me and get my stiletto heels out of the muck.
That is quite the interesting farm you come from. Bachelorette number 2. What would you tell me your cow milking experience might be?
My what? You know I can't understand you when you talk like that. What?
Milking a cow. Have you done it before?
Milking a cow. Of course I've done it before. In fact, it's your turn if I remember right.
It's my turn every day until you decide to hook up with me.
God, my life was so much better before you came along.
All right. Well, number 3, I don't want to ask you all about cows, so I'll pick a different chore. How long does it take you to churn milk into butter?
Wow, what a good question. That was also a good time for you to change up the questions to make everybody feel seen and included. All right, claps for Danny. Okay, now butter is a dairy product, right?
Yes,
Dairy.
it is on our farm.
It goes in our tummies, and some people get sick when they feel it, and some people feel happy about it. Okay, don't mute yourself. Don't go off camera. Don't go off camera. Stay here. Okay, good.
Well, all right. That was very helpful. Well, I don't want you to all think my questions are all about chores on the farm, because they're not. So, Bachelorette number 1, if we was driving in our wagon and the wheel broke, how long do you figure it'd take you to repair it and put the new one on?
Oh, no one's ever asked me to do that. Usually when I'm in a car, I'm on my back. Or sometimes if the top's down, I'm driving past Malibu. And if a tire came off, I would get out of the car and stand there like this until a man stopped, or 20 or 30. But I do know that when a heel breaks off of my red plastic pump, I can usually glue it back on. So maybe I could glue your wheel, because wheel rhymes with heel.
Wow, it's getting hot in here. Anyway, Bachelorette number 2. We got off on the wrong foot there, so let me see if I can't ask you something more interesting. It's Saturday afternoon and all the chores are done. What kind of meal?
Thanks to me as usual.
What kind of meal are you cooking at the stove?
Well, it was your turn to cook last time, but I had put that that Stouffer's chicken pot pie Quaker edition in the freezer, but somebody ate it. Do you happen to know who could have eaten it?
Yeah, I ate it because you didn't cook anything else. Yeah.
I'm supposed to do everything. Oh my God, you're just like so traditional. I mean, I'm so glad that I don't have to consider you for some kind of, sexual relationship, even though, I'm cis, I believe in traditional cis relationships.
Okay, clear as mud. Listen, contestant number 3, how about you and I are going out, finally, find a little time for ourselves. Are you wearing the gray outfit or the black outfit?
Okay, Danny, I feel like I've been talking to you a lot. There are other people here. Okay, and I need to remind you, you got to be nice. Camera up, sweetie, camera up. And you two playing with the scissors down here. Stop jumping on the bed, please. Okay, open up your ABC books. Anyone?
I don't have any books.
All right. Well, I know it's time for me to make a decision, which is scaring me worse than a brand new vehicle. But listen, I've made a couple decisions. Bachelorette number 3, I know that your life's a little topsy-turvy now that you have to teach kindergarten over Zoom. So
they're going wild.
You're not gonna have enough time for me, darling. Sorry. Okay. And contestant number 1.
Yes.
Where'd you go? There you are.
Sorry, you didn't recognize me. Is that better?
Well, yes, I recognize both of you, but
good.
The thing is, I'm not sure that I have room in my life for a Barbie.
Well, you're no Ken either, pal.
Yes.
I would cry, but I don't have tear ducts.
That's true. Maybe the next edition, which leaves contestant number 3, which the only reason I'm taking is I figure you may be well-versed already, seeming as you seem like an ex-wife of mine already.
Mom!
Oh,
He's
no.
calling me his wife again.
You're not my sister, are you? This isn't going to work out even where I live.
Danny chose the love connection closest to his heart and his bloodline. Give it up for Danny, Denny, Karen, and Jane.
Should have picked me when you had the chance, pal.
It had nothing to do with me still trying to figure out who the hell Jane was. Nothing to do with that.
We make love connections here on the show every week. One of the shows every week on the Vaudacity Network. Hey, if you're enjoying the show tonight, we're just so happy and excited to be able to perform live improv comedy and bring it into your homes. And if you are enjoying the show, just like as if like the craziness of 2020 wasn't happening and you were going out on a Friday night, please, we ask for you to consider what you might be spending going out to see a show on a Friday night, and think about possibly tipping our performers. We have a Venmo and PayPal link that you can just toss a tip in there. You know, think about the parking, the waitresses, how much a drink costs, how much a ticket costs to see a show. And if all 44 households that are watching right now just threw a little bit into that tip jar, it would almost be like the COVID wasn't happening and people were out working. These professional entertainers were out working on a Saturday night, and they'd be able to, you know, take a little something away from the show tonight. Just like we're hoping you are as well in your hearts and in the entertainment. And while we're on the subject, I just want to say, like, I hope while you're at home tonight watching the show, you're reacting as if you were like at a live show. Clapping, laughing, yelling at the screen, yelling at Danny Roque and his technical issues. And we just hope you're having a great time, a raucous time. If you're watching us on the YouTube app, remember, you can do it on your TV in your living room. If you've got a smart TV with the YouTube app, or you got Roku or Apple TV, anything that supports YouTube. And while you're doing that, if you've got us up on your mobile device or your computer or your iPad at the same time, we love for you to interact with us here on the chat. And of course, I mean, I can't speak for the entire cast, but I go through and I look at all the comments after the show's over, because it's just so fun to see how you guys are experiencing and enjoying the show. Our next game, I'm really excited to play because we've never played it ever before at a live Polly's Picnic or here on the internet. It's called Time Crunch. I'm going to invite Dylan and Karen to hop on in to play this game. We need a location or a relationship for Dylan and Karen. Hop on in. Was that a bunny or were you like a gazelle?
We just hopped in.
I love it.
It's my natural hop.
That's how you hop, like this?
You got to catch yourself.
Karen, I can't wait to meet you someday. You seem like a barrel of monkeys. Like, you're awesome. Okay, so here's the way this game works. As you're giving us that relationship or location in the thread here, our two players, they're gonna act out a scene first, a 1-minute version of the scene. Then we're gonna go ahead and bring it back around, have them do the same scene in half the time, in 30 seconds. Then another half the time, 15, another half, 7, and finally they're gonna do the same original 1-minute scene in 3 seconds. Here we go. I've got a bouncer.
Do we have a timer?
Yeah, I'll time it. Give me 1 second.
No, I got it. I'm ready.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah, it's right here, bro.
All right, bro.
Yeah, bro.
You gonna show it to us?
Oh, you want to see?
Yeah, will
that?
you hold it up? That'd be awesome.
You want to see that? Yeah. Okay, so the relationship is bouncer stripper. Bouncer stripper relationship. They're gonna do this. Ladies and gentlemen, our first shot at Time Crunch.
I keep getting harassed by all these women. Why do they keep touching me?
Look, it's a male strip club. That's what you're here for. You're the one that puts the gasoline on yourself and sets it on fire. They're gonna want to touch.
Well, I mean, I understand, but you know, I don't think they understand the concept of the fire hose.
Look, I don't want to be the one to harsh anybody's buzz. You know, I'm not the manager, I'm not the boss, but if you don't start loosening up a little bit, having a little fun, this whole place is going to go under. We're going bankrupt.
I understand. I'm doing the best that I can, but these women keep harassing me. Can't you do something to throw them out? I feel like a piece of meat.
Okay, ladies, back off. And you, give me a little shoulder. Can I see a little shoulder?
All right, little shoulder.
And just a little fire. There you go.
Little fire.
I gotta touch it. I gotta touch it. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I just gotta touch it.
All right, that's the 1 minute version of the scene. Now, same scene in 30 seconds.
I'm so tired of all the women touching me here.
Look, it's a male strip club. You gotta loosen up. They're gonna want to touch.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm pouring the gasoline on myself, and I don't think they understand the concept of the fire hose.
All right. Okay, ladies, you gotta just back off a little bit. I'm helping the best I can. I mean, the strip club is going under. You gotta give us a little shoulder.
All right, I'll do what I can. How about this for a little shoulder?
Good. Give it a little shoulder. Okay, a little more.
Little more shoulder.
A little more, and just a little bit of fire on you.
All right, the fire.
I'm so sorry. I have to touch. I
No,
can't help
don't
it. I
touch
can't
me.
help it.
Brilliant. Let's cut it in half again to 15 seconds.
All these women keep touching me. Can't you throw them out?
You gotta loosen up. The strip club is going broke.
But they don't understand the concept of the fire hose.
Okay, you just gotta give me a little shoulder here and show them what's up. Ladies,
All right,
back
little
off.
shoulder. Here's what's up. And then
Okay.
a little bit of fire.
A little fire right there. I gotta touch it.
Don't touch me.
Can we cut it in half again to 7 seconds? 7 seconds.
All these women keep touching the fire hose.
Well, I tell them to back off, but you gotta give them a little shoulder. We're going broke.
All right, here's a little shoulder and a little fire.
And a little fire, and I touch it. I
Don't
touch
touch
it. I
me.
touch.
Let's do it one more time. 3 second. 3 second scene. And
All the women keep wanting to touch my fire hose.
Fire! Touch! Touch!
Oh!
Touch!
give it up for Dylan and Karen. That was brilliant. I loved it. I loved every second of that. And I love that game. Stealing it. Stealing that game. Give it up one more time for Dylan and Karen. I apologize for not being my normal screamy self this evening. We're redoing the room. In case you haven't noticed, like my whole room is gone. And it's very reverby. And apparently, from what I understand, as the kids are trying to sleep, they hear like everything I'm saying in here. So I'm trying not to scream, trying not to ring the bell too loud, but know that my energy and my heart is in this. Just trying to, make life work with the kids. Speaking of making life work with kids, it's time for New Choice. Tom and Jane, come on in. Not saying that, like, you guys are trying to make life work with kids.
Jane is. Jane has 2 lovely daughters.
It's just that, like, if you, like, say with conviction, speaking of, and then you say the next thing, like, nobody really questions it. Right?
Well, speaking of
nobody questioning things, New Choice is a game in which our players are going to act out a scene based on a suggestion from a choice that you guys make here. Just say something. Say anything here in the comments, and I'm going to grab it, and we're going to make a scene out of that. And then if I feel like there's a stronger choice, or I don't like a choice that they made, I'm just going to say New Choice. Real close to the mic here. New Choice. And then they're going to have to make a new choice in that line of dialogue until I'm happy and I stop barking at them. New choice. So the first thing I see is Acrobat. Acrobat is the name of the scene. Tom and Jane.
Oh, honey, I'm not sure we should have signed her up for this.
Oh, honey, we've got to just take some risks in life. We can't just be hovering over her and putting mats under everything she does.
I know, but these kids look a lot older and much more athletic than she is.
New choice.
These kids look like they're packing heat, like they got guns tucked in their belts or something.
They do, honey. I know, and that's important. With this class, she's going to learn how to defend herself no matter what. If they bring a gun or just try to beat her up. I mean, there's a lot of viciousness in the world, and our baby's going to be facing a lot.
But she's never demonstrated any acrobatic talent, honey. But we could have signed her up for an art class or dancing or something.
New choice.
Or we could have just sent her away in a box. She could have fended for herself in the wilderness until she found us again.
Yes, well, honey, the city is like it is like the wilderness out there. I mean, she's going to be 5 come November, and I just think it's important that she knows it's a vicious world.
New choice.
It's a strange, mystically wonderful fairyland of joy.
New choice.
It's a Disneyland ride that's been shut down since COVID started, and everything's getting mildewed. And I think that in this class, she'll be able to shake off that mildew, 5-year-old mildew.
Honey, she's a very shy girl to begin with, and she just is so obsessed with eating pretzels. I don't think that it's a good combination for this class. She doesn't know anything about guns.
New choice.
She doesn't know anything about self-control.
New choice.
She doesn't know anything about the real world, honey. She's 5.
Yeah, she's 5 and she's been eating those pretzels and gaining weight. You know how hard it is? It's going to be for her to get rid of it by 6 if she's not physical, if she's not at least learning how to tumble with a machete and guns in her hands.
New choice.
Or, fire or margarine or...
New choice.
She's got to learn how to tumble off of a building and get back up and dust herself off and vacuum up after herself as well. And the blood and everything else that'll be on that sidewalk. But you got to be prepared.
You do. I guess school violence has subsided temporarily, but it's still a reality. I guess it's something that we really should force her through. It's tough love, isn't it, honey? That's what we're doing.
Honey, it is tough love, but I'm thinking maybe we should have left a little crack in the car window. She's out in that parking lot now for about, 5 minutes. Let's finish registering her. Come on.
New choice.
All right.
Let's finish taking a sword and writing a big Z on her.
New choice.
Let's go back out into the car and see if she's barbecued by now. And then we can make a decision about how many weeks we want her to do this. Don't you think? If she starts to smoke.
Yeah, I cracked the window, honey. She's okay. I rolled it down a few inches. I'm sure she's just taking her nap with her favorite little blankie.
Okay.
But I think maybe you and I should sign up for some adult education classes. Self-defense, how to be fetching in a gas mask. That's a good class. Earthquake precaution. These are all things you would...
New choice.
Flower arrangement.
New choice.
Juggling.
New choice.
Ouija boards. Make your own and have fun with friends. I'm going to sign up for that one.
Ouija board. I've always wondered about that, honey. Just putting your hands on that thing and the ghost is supposed to come in. I wonder if maybe you do that. That's not quite my cup of tea. I wouldn't mind learning how to use a gun myself. I wonder if they have a mommy and daughter weapon class.
I'm pretty sure they do.
New choice.
If they don't, they should. We could start your own.
A mommy and machete, don't you think? And I've always thought that you wouldn't look bad packing, hun.
I have terrible aim. We've been through this before.
How do you think she got here?
How do you think she got here? Tom and Jane. So many good lines. I'm going to sift through that game and pull out all the good lines. Mommy machete class. I don't have good aim. How do you think she got here? I love you guys. This is so much fun. All right, next up, we're going to play another new game to the show. It's called Foreign Film. It's going to be fun. All right, so I'm going to invite Dylan, Danny Roque, Denny Siegel, and Karen into this game. Now, here's what we need from the audience. We're going to need something that you obsess over. Something that you obsess over. Let us know here in the YouTube feed. And this scene is going to be, as Foreign Film mentions, a foreign film acted out in... I think I'm going to pick the the country it's from. This film is from Germany. It's a German film, and it is about watermelon. Thank you, Scott Gilbert, on the feed. It's a German film about watermelon, and Danny Roque and Denny Siegel are the actors in the film. They are performing it in German. Nope. I'm going the other way. Dylan and Karen are the actors in the film. They are performing the scene in German. Denny and Danny are actually going to translate what they are saying into English so that we understand it. And
if you speak German, you'll enjoy it on 2 levels.
Or 3.
Or less.
There are layers.
Or you'll be terribly offended.
So Dylan, Karen, do either of you actually speak German?
Ein bisschen.
I'm sorry?
9.
They both answered in German.
She speaks 9 languages, Paul. What don't you understand? Come on.
No German. But I'm watching Dark, so
Ich spreche ein bisschen Deutsch.
Okay. All right. So they're going to try and tread water here and pretend like they are speaking German. And then we're going to find out what they're actually saying from Denny and Danny as I introduce. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here at the Dusseldorf Film Festival. Well, we have a very special short film to show you this evening. This film was created on the streets of Germany by independent film an independent film team, the likes of which brought us The Cockroach and The Banana Peel. This film is entitled Watermelon.
Hans Witz, what is das?
Hans, you promised me a baby and you brought me a watermelon.
Mein Liebchen, mein Frau, ich habe nicht reich heute, Mann. Ich war nicht reich.
My sweetheart, my wife, I thought you were just interested in watching something grow.
I tried to breastfeed it and I almost dropped it.
Nein, das ist droppen.
No, that thing was expensive. Don't drop it.
I'll show you what I think of your expensive faux baby. Ah!
Warum ich muss nur sagen?
I don't make enough to raise twins.
Bouncy, 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 bouncy.
Bouncy, 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 bouncy.
Bierstein, Düsseldorf, Berlin.
You're obviously drunk again.
It was just a little mesquite. Don't you love me?
Ist keine Achemen Dollar Edgecombe Dollar.
Not right now.
But a single tear.
Wach.
Single tear.
Nein, mein Liebchen, mir mineral hat on ein Kabak in the middle talk. In the middle to make come up to wall. How can the middle to and the number squad? How come on I find him? Has can't find him draft. Ain't come on that I have come to the water.
Sorry I upset you.
If I left me with the baby.
Nein.
Yeah, we'll get to it, but it's got to be sometime after Christmas when I get my bonus.
Hey, mensa. It'll give me time to stop drinking. Heh.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the new German independent film, Watermelon. That was amazing. You guys are brilliant, and I'm stealing that game too. Keep bringing the games. I'm just gonna gobble them up and steal them. We're gonna play them every Friday night here. on the Vaudacity Network with the VIPs, the Vaudacity Improv players in the suggestion box. Thank you again for joining us for our second episode. Next up, they're so brave. They're going to play a game that is super difficult in person, but here we are doing it online on the Zooms. We've tried it once before, or maybe twice, at a live Polly's Picnic show, but I want to invite all of our performers tonight. Starting with Danny and we're going to begin with Danny and Denny. And I don't know how you guys plan on doing the camera thing. Is everybody's camera on, or they turn them on as the next person comes on?
I think we're turning them on as we come on.
Okay, so they're going to go in alphabetical order.
But mics are on to buzz you.
Our cast is Danny, Denny, Dylan, Jane, Karen, and Tom. That's the order they're going to be in. This is questions only. If you've been to an improv show before, you know the game. So they're going to act out scenes, and they can only ask questions, or any line of dialogue can only be a question.
Is that true?
Didn't I say it with enough conviction that it sounded true?
Can I even hear it through these earbuds?
Have you played this game before? All right,
Doesn't count. Doesn't count.
No, that was just an introduction to the game. So we're going to go ahead and just grab something falling off my chair. Sherry Robb said in the comment here, and I like if that's a premise for how you start questions only. Again, it's the entire cast, but as they get buzzed out by not stating a question, the next player is going to jump in and take their place, ladies and gentlemen.
Wait, can you read that again, Paul? You said, what did he say?
Falling off my chair.
Okay.
Did you push me over while I was sleeping?
Did you wake up?
How do you think I'm asking you this question right now?
Didn't I tell you if you didn't stop snoring, I would do something drastic?
So I'm supposed to wake up on the floor every night?
Do you want me to put a second rug down?
You think that's going to be as comfortable as the bed?
Do I care about your comfort?
Evidently not, you witch.
You ordered an extra chair, ma'am?
Are you able to set it up by the bed?
Do you want it set up by the bed?
Have you ever had a husband who snores?
Do I look like the kind of man who would marry another man?
I'm not touching that one.
I just bring the pizza. Did I just stumble into a porno?
Do you deliver chairs?
Does it look like I have anything else in my inventory?
Are you being sassy with a customer?
Do you not recognize sarcasm when you hear it?
What is your problem?
What makes you think I have a problem?
Why are you speaking to me so rudely?
Is your name Karen?
It is, yes.
Are you afraid of chairs?
Would I be selling chairs?
How would I know?
I'm out.
I want to keep this going if we can. Let's cycle back around. Danny, hop on in. One more round. Danny and Tom, go.
Have you ever had a bad dream about chairs?
You mean the high back ones?
Would I be overly specific if I just said any kind of chairs?
So you're talking about blow-up chairs.
How much more precise do I have to be, man?
Are you talking about me refinishing them?
I'm asking, have you ever been afraid of chairs?
That's a problem you're having.
I'm sorry, did I overhear you propositioning my husband about a blow-up chair?
We don't know who's out.
Denny and Dylan, go. Denny and Dylan, go.
I know you're just here to deliver a chair, but can you just handle a moment of marital counseling with a stranger?
Ma'am, do I look like a therapist?
Do I look like a woman who can afford a therapist?
Do I look like someone who cares if you need a therapist?
Do you know how much you remind me of my husband?
Would you like to sit in my chair and tell me about it?
I really would. Can I have a second chance in here?
Do you think you deserve a second chance in here?
Mind if I sit down?
Would you like to sit on my lap?
Is there any place else you recommend?
Would you like to sit in one of my famous chairs?
Are you propositioning me?
Do you really like chairs that much?
Am I able to fit in such a thing, you think? It looks pretty narrow. Oh, the whole thing? Okay.
Can you wire up one of these babies to electrocute someone?
How many people do you need to electrocute?
How many crimes are there in America?
Do you think there's enough electricity to course through these chairs?
No.
Does anyone hear music? Does anyone not have their mics muted? Am I the only one playing this game anymore? Should I just go sit in my own chair?
You know, the chair is behind all of this. You know, the chair is malicious. You know.
I mean,
Everybody at home, everybody at home, throw up a for that game. Love it. It worked. It worked.
Did it?
The best part of the night is going.
Yeah. As you were playing it, I remembered we did try that. I think on like the first virtual one, didn't we, Dylan? The first or second virtual.
We tried that on one of the first, second one. Yeah.
But you guys did it so much better.
Did we? All right then.
Yeah, that was fun. That was a lot of fun. Disagree with me.
Paul.
Disagree on the thing. You're welcome. Next up, have we come
We
up?
sound like a bunch of insecure girls trying to make statements.
And boys. Boys are insecure too.
Who said that?
Are they?
Why would you
A
think
girl.
that?
I don't
Why
know.
would you say something
Never
like
met one who
that?
talks like that.
Paul, get us going.
All right, Jane. I need Jane and Karen's cameras back on. We're going to play our last game of the night. Did that hour fly by or what? Ladies and gentlemen, if you're at home watching, Craig, can you just throw it up one more time? The hour's almost over, so we're going to remind you guys of the tip jar, Venmo or PayPal. If you want to just thank our performers for this fun hour this evening, just throw anything in there. It'll get split up equally amongst all 6 of them. And just as a thank you for this fun hour tonight on the Vaudacity Network, thank you so much. Thank you, Craig. And thank you, Craig, behind the scenes doing the thing. And Sam is like providing some tech help out there from his campsite at Lake Kachuma or something like that.
Gesundheit.
Yeah, thank you. And that was the whole reason, like, Dylan typed out a script for me for some parts of the show because he knew Sam was going to be gone. I wouldn't be able to come on and just tell me, like, how much I'm talking too much. So we're going to play Party Quirks to wrap up the show. And who's hosting? I didn't even...
I think I am.
Dylan White.
Dylan White is going to be the host. And Craig, turn your camera on too. Craig's going to play along with us. As I mentioned, Craig, for all the tech help this evening. Thank you so much. So Dylan, you're going to go ahead and walk away.
Yep.
I don't know if I do have to explain.
Will someone message me in the chat when we're back or text me?
You like I see.
I'll go ahead.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Thank you.
So the premise of this game is Dylan is hosting a party and the other players are going to pop on in here and he's going to have to guess who they are or what their quirk is in order to get them to leave in the party. The game is not over until he gets everyone. So as soon as I can find the sheet of paper that I put all these on, here it is. And thanks to everybody who puts these, drops the suggestions into our suggestion box throughout the week on the Google Forms and helps me out with picking some fun characters for people to play. And if you don't hear your suggestion the week that you made it, it'll pop up at some point because a bunch of these I actually reached like a month or two back for. So thank you guys. In the past, from the future, Danny Roque is going to be the Dalai Lama, arriving at the party as the Dalai Lama. Tom is going to be Sigmund Freud.
Oh.
Tom Carrozza, the hearse, is going to be Sigmund Freud. Jane is the Home Shopping Network hostess. She's going to be trying to sell everything she can at the party. Karen is Oprah Winfrey. Karen is Oprah. Craig is Ebenezer Scrooge. Might be fitting enough. Denny Siegel. You're going to love this, Denny. Denny is a tree.
I do love that. Thank you.
So in review, Danny Roque is the Dalai Lama. Tom Carrozza is Sigmund Freud. Jane Brucker is a Home Shopping Network hostess. Karen Baughn is Oprah Winfrey. Craig Jackman is Ebenezer Scrooge. Denny Siegel is a tree. So I forgot who said they were going to tell Dylan. Somebody tell Dylan to come back in.
I did. He's coming.
All right. Dylan, the party is yours.
I'm so excited that finally the pandemic is over and we can have people together. Nobody has to wear masks. We can be within 6 feet of each other, and I can't wait to see all of my friends. And my first guest is here. I'm so excited. Yes, come on in. I can't hear a word you're saying. Are you Marcel Marceau?
Oops, sorry. I just want you to know that you can feel free now. Let your inner beast out. Now that you are having a party, you can feel free to let it out, the dark sides of yourself.
I am. I intend to let it all out tonight. So it's going to be a big blowout of a party.
I brought you a cigar, but remember, sometimes a cigar is just a cigar. Here, take that.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the cigar. Look, somebody else has come to my party. Hi, yes, come on in. Oh, I'm so excited you're here.
I am so excited to be here. I brought you some apples.
Well, I get cigars and apples. I didn't even ask for people to bring things, but what a great party. Thank you so much.
Do you have any water?
Of course, there's water. We've got the filter going, so you're more than welcome to help yourself.
I don't need a filter. By the time it reaches me, it will be pure.
All right. Well, good. Then I'm glad you're like your own personal filter. Look at this. I have another guest here. I'd like to. Yes. Hi. Come on in. It's so nice to see you. Thank you for coming. Again, I have so many mutes coming to my party. I don't understand. I'm so used to speaking behind masks. You can't hear people.
I wanted to be the first one here. Perhaps you can tell me a little bit more about the fountain.
About the fountain?
It's beautiful.
Well, I mean, the fountain is where we get a lot of our, the water from. And, so of course, one of my guests, if she wants water, she's welcome to drink from that fountain. But, of course, there's the head of the fountain too.
And if we want water, we can get it one sip at a time. No need to worry about getting it all at once. It can come one little sip at a time.
One little sip at a time. That's absolutely my philosophy. Just one thing at a time. Excuse me. I'm gonna bring in another guest right now. Hi. Yes. Come on in. Thank you so much for coming to my post-COVID party. How come nobody talks to me at these parties? I don't understand.
I'm sorry. I forgot to put another coal on the fire.
Oh well. Thank you. Yeah. It does tend to get kind of chilly in here.
It is indeed. Will you please tell me where the counting area is?
The counting area. Well, I would
Yes.
imagine. I mean, you can count all the apples that one of my guests gave me, so you're more than welcome to count the apples, or how many sips of water my other guest is about
Yes,
to take.
please don't take
Or the
too
number of-
many. I'll be right back.
All right then.
Perhaps you'd like to show us how to use the mute button. Go ahead, show us all how to use the mute button.
I think
And
plenty of
unmute.
people have been using the mute button so far. Hi, yes, I've got another guest here. Thank you so much for coming. Yes, yes, my most recent guest. Please come on in. I'm so happy to see you here.
Well, hello.
Hello.
Now, I know you asked people not to bring you gifts, but you know what? Reach under that chair. You're getting a Pontiac G6.
I'm getting a Pontiac. That's amazing. I get cigars, apples, and a Pontiac G6. Oh, I can't believe that Oprah Winfrey came to my party to give out all these gifts. That's fantastic.
I don't see Gail here, so I'm going to leave.
All right, thank you so much. Wow, she managed to get a Pontiac all the way underneath my chair. That's amazing. Yes, hi, come on in. I sure hope I can hear you, but I have a feeling I won't be able to. I can't even see you anymore.
You will.
There we go.
Me. I hope everyone hears me. Listen, I see a lot of your friends brought gifts.
Yes.
Apples and Pontiac G6s, but I don't think those material things are quite as important. I'm just happy to be here with friendly people.
Humbug.
Yes, well, Mr. Scrooge here, it doesn't seem to be very friendly.
Let it be alone, and I will see you later.
Yeah, I think it's probably best if you left, Ebenezer.
Oh, look, before he left, he opened the window curtains and the sun's coming in.
Oh, yes. I was hoping to have this party at night, but, we're going to let the sun shine in.
I have another gift for you.
More gifts?
Another one, I forgot all about it. It is pink and frilly. It is a nice slip. I think you should wear it. It'd be nice. It'll really accentuate your form. And it came directly from me, the slip.
Well, I'm so glad that, I had Frederick of Fredericks of Hollywood come here to give me some lingerie to wear.
Yes, well, it's not as simple as that, I'm afraid.
It's so nice. Everyone wants to give you gifts. I think gifts are not that important, and it doesn't matter where they're from unless they're made in China.
And we like things that are made in the United States of America, don't we? At least we pretend we do.
That's right. I mean, just, of course, keep all that manufacturing at home. I really appreciate that, and I wish you the best of luck in your campaign.
I want to remember this party. Can you please carve your initials in me?
Kind of like a tattoo? I can.
Yes, very much so. So
All right.
children can come and know that I was here.
And as long as we are all friends here at the party, I think it would be a marvelous time for you to get in touch with your latencies. The woman inside yourself, the little boy who must scream to get affection, the man who wants to dance a tango with me, for instance. Now is the time to let it out.
I'm more afraid that you're going to have something to say about me and my mother, Doctor. So, Dr. Freud, I think you can take your cigar and keep it. That would be fantastic. But for the woman who wants me to carve my initials in here, I'm afraid. I think I'm afraid to branch out somewhere else and make like a tree and leaf my party right now.
That's too bad. I was looking to put down roots.
Well, it looks like it's just the three of us left here. So
It's going fast, going very, very fast. I think you should act right now.
Listen,
okay, yes, go ahead. No, please go ahead.
No, obviously you first.
Well, I mean, she wants me to act fast, so I don't want to waste any time. I should probably place an order with you for somebody who's got an infomercial on late at night, or somebody who's trying to peddle all of their wares on the home shopping network.
Oh, we have hours and hours and hours and hours and hours.
I'm sure you do. All right. Well,
I'm not sure how much longer I can stay at this party.
Oh no.
My stop is down to Peru, so I can ride one of those big animals. They're called they're not goats. They're.
Oh yes. So I think you want to ride a llama. Is that it? And you know what? I'll never forget what you said to me. Gunga. Gunga Gugungala is what the great Dalai Lama once said to me, and I'll never forget those words that you shared with me.
Thank you for
Thank
remembering.
you so much.
See you next.
Thank you for coming to my party.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Dylan White. Let's bring all the performers back up here for a big curtain call. That is an hour that flies by. Wow, the talent on this screen, on this stage of ours, it just blows my mind. You are all, each and every one of you, Jane, Karen, Danny, Tom, Denny, Dylan, you are treasures. You are national treasures, in my opinion.
And let's hear it for Craig and Paul.
For Craig and Paul and Sam.
Thank you, Craig. Thank you,
Danny's
Sam, Sam helping us remotely from Lake, wherever he is.
Lake Wanahakalugi.
Yes.
Kachuma.
Gesundheit.
I wasn't quite sure if I was right, but ladies and gentlemen, that is our hour here. The suggestion box. This is the Vaudacity Improv players here on the Vaudacity Network. Give them one more round of applause from home.
See you tomorrow, right?
Yeah, see you tomorrow night.
Thanks, Paul.
Thank you for opening that door, Danny. I'll just talk about that for a second. Ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow night here on the Vaudacity Network, we have another double feature. We had one last weekend with Polly's Online Variety Show and Quarantine with Friends. And tomorrow night we have Polly's Online Variety Show from 6 to 8. And then we are presenting Polly's Picnic Cast presents Jekyll and Hyde, the musical, starting at 8 p.m. Oh, look at Craig on the spot. He's got it all queued up. So yeah, from 6 to 8, we've got our regular improv comedy and live music. And our theme for the music in the Polly's Online Variety Show portion is good and evil. So we can just keep in the theme of the night as we slide into Jekyll and Hyde's 8 o'clock performance. We're going to just like... I'm so excited. I've never seen the show. And with a lot of these shows, like I learn about them as we decide we're going to do them on Polly's Picnic. And I think a lot of you out there are kind of the same way. Like, what is Into the Woods? What is The Last 5 Years? What is Jekyll and Hyde? We're doing it tomorrow night. So join us here on VaudacityNetwork.com starting at 6 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. Next week, I'm just going to throw out, we got some fun things. Tuesday night, we're going to have the first ever Quarantunes with Mike West. He's going to do a half hour on Tuesday night. I think he said 6. It's either 6 or 7. He's going to do a half hour. Next Thursday as well, we're going to have Hunter Ackerman back, as far as I know, for Hunter's Acoustic Cabin, his love cast that he does every week. And then Friday night, we'll be back here with another episode of the Suggestion Box. And then Saturday is going to be another double feature, Polly's Online Variety Show and Quarantine with Friends. Well, thank you all so much for being here. And we hope to see you tomorrow night. Stay tuned as we have more exciting stuff coming up in the future, including next month. I'm just going to drop it right here for the first time. Next month, in September, we are hosting Sweet Hollywood's Tiki Takeover fundraiser for MS. As I'm saying it, as the words are leaving my mouth, I don't even think I'm supposed to be saying it. So I'm just going to stop right there. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow night.